Okay, I'm making tahini, but I'm going from scratch. So in here we've got black sesame seeds that are being baked at 350 for 10 minutes to toast them. And I'll be popping back and forth in the video, so hold on. Okay, so here's 4 cups of sesame seeds that I'm about to put in the oil extractor. And here's the oil extractor. And I've got it set at about 212 degrees to warm it up a little bit. Hopefully it won't cook it this time. Oh, that was 2 cups of sesame seeds being toasted in the oven. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, this is the oil being extracted, and there's the sesame cake coming out. It's really light stuff. The oil's been pressed out. It's not cooking, I mean burning, so that's good. It smells good. And that's about 4 cups. 4 cups I put in. So we'll see how much oil I get out. I have no idea. I'm probably not going to bother letting it sit around or anything and clear up. I'm going to eat the whole thing. So I'll be back when I'm ready to start with the food processor and cooking it. And grinding it up. Okay, so I'm making eggplant dip, sesame tahini eggplant dip out of this. I forget what it's called in Hindu or whatever, but it's really good stuff. Now, basically, it just has garlic, eggplant, tahini, and salt and lemon juice in it, and that's basically it. I usually eat it on saltine crackers, but you're supposed to eat it on pita bread, but I'm not bothering with that. Saltine crackers are great, and it's really a good dip. Now, these will cook for, I think, 45 minutes on 380, and then I'll scoop out the insides. Okay, so this is done already. So now I'll reverse it. What they say to do is reverse it, so that's what I'll do, is I'll reverse it. Just 30 seconds or so, they say. And then I'll let it sit and drip for a little while, and then we'll see how much oil I got. It looks like a fair amount, maybe half a cup. Well, that's 1 pound. 4 cups of sesame seeds is 1 pound. It actually appears to be closer to a cup than half a cup. Okay, so now I'm preparing to grind up the sesame seeds, the 2 cups that I toasted. But I also needed to make some more garlic powder, so I dumped a full quart bag of dried garlic in here, and then I'm going to grind that up. And I thought I'd just go on ahead and add that while I was doing this, so I'll be right back. And this is what it looks like after it's been ground for a little bit. And I'm going to pour it out into a colander, and then put the big parts back in and continue. So this is all that's left now. I'm going to put it back in and finish it off. And there's a pile of garlic powder. That's enough to fill a pretty good container. Okay, and I'll finish this off, and then I'll move along. Maybe eggplant next. And there it is, poured into a pint jar. It's hard to see, it's just under a cup. more than 3/4 of a cup. 7/8 of a cup. And it's really tasty. I put my finger in it and tasted it, and it's really yummy. And the eggplant is coming along here. Let's see if the light will help. No, it won't. Whoop, there's a little steam coming out. Anyway, I poked a hole in it a minute ago, and it was nice and hot, so that's good. So there's just under a cup of black sesame seed oil, and it does taste good. Yum. Okay, this is I diced up one of the eggplants. I got 2 eggplants here. They're small, and I left the other one started to peel, and let you see how you peel it. If you cooked it right and long enough, the peel should just basically lift off. You want to scrape some of the flesh off the inside of the peel. You don't want to throw it away. So, and there's a nice piece of garlic there, ready to mince up and put into the tahini eggplant dip. So I just wanted to show you this before I finished it off and put it in. I like, okay, every recipe you see online will tell you to put the eggplant in and then puree the whole thing like baby food or something. That's not the way I do it. I like chunks of eggplant in it. That's why I diced it up. And what I'll do is the tahini will be already in the blender, and then I'll add in the eggplant, and then the food processor, and then I'll just really quickly just pulse it to mix it, and get it all well coated. I may just put a spoon in there and turn it around. I want little tiny chunks in there still of eggplant, but every recipe you see online will tell you to puree the whole thing. It's like I like eggplant, so hey. Okay, so this is making the tahini. What this is the leftover garlic powder, which is fine because I like garlic, and it's going to have a lot of garlic. I minced up a bunch of garlic. In fact, let me go over there and show you a picture of it. Now, this is all the eggplant diced up and the minced garlic there. Yum, yum, yum. I'll probably put the garlic in first, and then really hit it hard with the food processor before I put in the eggplant. Okay, this is I did it on high for a minute, and then I did it on high, and then I stirred it, and then I put it on high for another minute, and now it's starting to clump up, and it's kind of wettish looking, and I'm going to stir it up again here, and then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of the sesame oil that I pressed out earlier. So just want to make sure I get it away from everything away from the sides, so it can get in and mix the blades, and off the bottom, because it'll get underneath the blades. Now, once I get some liquid in there, it'll start to move itself around. Okay, this is after I added 4 tablespoons of the sesame, and then I milled it for a minute, and then I just added 4 more because it was still too. Stuff should be pretty loose, should pour. And it's stiff right now, so it's obviously didn't have enough. So I added 4 more, so that's 8 tablespoons of sesame oil now I've added. Okay, so I processed it for another minute, and look at it. Look at it now. Drips right off of it. So probably I added a little bit more oil than I needed, and that's fine. You know, it's fine to add a little bit more than you need, but still, I probably should add two tablespoons at a time next time and see. So I'm going to go on ahead and process it for another minute and see what it looks like. Okay, so I put in the minced garlic, and I did it for another minute. And then I added the eggplant and some lemon juice and some seasoned salt. Not much salt. I really don't need salt, but a little salt is good. So and then I stirred it up to give it a good start, you know. And now I'm going to pulse it. I'm not going to actually turn it on and run it full. I'm just going to pulse it and then stir it, and then pulse it some more and stir it some more until it's all well coated and everything. So let's just see. Well, that turned out to be a bad idea. There's no chunks at all in it. It just totally disintegrated the eggplant. Of course, it tastes good, and this is more traditional, kind of what you'd expect the eggplant tahini dip to look like. Maybe even more pureed than this, but I'm not doing it. So it sure tastes right, though. I mean, it tastes perfect. So I'm going to call it a win. Okay, now to make a meal. And that is making eggplant tahini dip. Yum. I think you could use a little more lemon.